I would never ask for a picture for anybody, but just being a Chiefs fan and a quarterback, and I had asked Mahomes for a picture. My dad, just because we would go to games, and before every game he would ask me, who's the best quarterback on the planet, and he would ask in a little bit different of a manner, but that's the question I would get before games, and I would tell him it's me, and I always believed that, and I feel like once I stopped believing that, then I'm discrediting myself, and I'm not going to be as talented of a player on the field. So just having that confidence in myself, but still being humbled enough to know that I still have a lot of work to do before I can get to where I want to be.
You're barely outside of a city in which I think by all standards, most people would agree the best quarterback in the world right now is playing. So you got that example not that far away from you. Is it something that you kind of get to look at that example and kind of envision in yourself that that's going to be you one day, and you're not going to stop putting in that work until that happens?
Yeah, I think kind of just like what you said. I grew up a Chiefs fan, still a Chiefs fan to this day, and until I hear my name called on draft day, I'm going to be a Chiefs fan. So being able to watch a quarterback like Mahomes and him being right down the road, and just the way he goes about his business, the way he goes about his work, definitely motivates me and pushes me to work harder, because I still think Tom Brady's the GOAT, but I think Patrick Mahomes is coming up on his heels right now. So just somebody to shoot for, and just continuing to chase greatness, because that's what I want to be. I want my name to be with some of the other greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Have you gotten to speak with him at all? Because he is local, and imagine he's a guy that's a big inspiration.
Yeah, I spoke to him one time at a Royals game, got to meet him. And that was like the only time I've spoke to him, but just kind of chopping it up. It wasn't anything, too deep of a dive, but it was just more small talk than anything. But it was a great feeling. I don't ever get starstruck by professional athletes or famous people in general. Like, I very rarely, like, you can ask my parents whenever we used to go on visits and stuff, and they would have celebrities at the games. Like, I would never ask for a picture for anybody, but just being with a person like Mahomes, like I had asked Mahomes for a picture, because just being a Chiefs fan and a quarterback, and just everything, how he goes, how he carries himself, the type of person he is, that was something I had to make sure I locked in.
I'm sure he appreciated it himself. Is there anything, and I said this was quick, but is there anything he said to you, or was just his presence? What stuck with you the most from that interaction? So I think sometimes getting to meet someone just of that stature is an amazing thing.
I really feel like the biggest thing that was like the coolest to me, because I didn't ask him anything football related or anything like that. It was like the fact that he already knew who I was before I had met him, and it was just because of really the game I had at Texas Tech my freshman year, and that was the first thing he said to me. He was like, "Man, you tore us up in that game a year ago," and like just the fact that he knew who I was, it was like a crazy experience for me to go through. And then so we work out with his trainer, Bobby Stroup. I started working out with thanks to Chris, and I remember Bobby had texted me, and he was like, "Well, Patrick said he likes to use you in the new NCAA game." So that was also pretty cool too, because when I play Madden, I'm using the Chiefs just because I want to play with the best quarterback in the game. So it was a pretty cool experience.
What do you think your favorite moment of high school football was?
Gosh, it had to be when we beat Derby my senior year, and it was because the year before we had played them. It was a shootout, and we drive all the way down, score a touchdown. It's 41-42. We try to go for two, we don't get it, and we lose to them, and we don't win league that year. And then the year before that, my sophomore year, we had beat Derby. Thought we were going to win league. The last game of the year, we get upset, don't win league again. And then my senior year, we finally was another shootout with Derby. This time we drive all the way down, kick a field goal, end up winning the game, and it was like one of the craziest stat lines I've had in a high school game. I had like 7 touchdowns, threw for like 300 some yards, ran for like 100 some yards.
Wow.
So it was crazy.
And what does it feel like in a game like that where everything's going right? Have you had a game like that in college yet where you felt everything clicking on cylinders in that way?
Yeah, it was kind of similar to like West Virginia or Oklahoma State. Like something about the West Virginia game, I was just dialed in as a passer, and it was like it was one time where I just felt like so on, where I tried to force a ball right there, and I just missed like just a little bit. And I came back to the sideline, and my coach was like, "Well, you probably should have just checked it down right here." And I just had to tell him, I was like, "Well, I was feeling myself right there." It was a little bit of like a heat check almost. And then the Oklahoma State game, like we just come off BYU, played horrible at BYU. Then you come to Oklahoma State, we score on the opening drive, big 4th down conversion, like things are going well. And then second drive of the game, try to check the ball down. The ball just gets away from me. Like it's just one of those physical things where the ball just comes out high. I sail it over the running back's head and you throw an interception. So it's like you got to go back to the sideline and you got to do one of two things. You can either fix it, be confident in yourself, get the team to rally around you, take accountability and go out there and ball out, or let last week beat you, everything that went wrong the week before. So it was a really good feeling to know that after everything that went wrong the week before, you come in and throw an interception, that I was able to show some growth right there in that moment and rally, have the guys rally around me, pick me up, and then go out there and ended up winning my first Big 12 offense player of the week that week. So
It's a big honor when you got 16 teams now.
yeah.
You arrive on campus and you got a quarterback that just won a national championship in front of you. And what would you say the number one thing you learned from Will was?
Really just, he taught me coverages, he taught me the playbook, taught me about routine, about schedule, took me under his wing, did all the things that you would want from an old quarterback to teach a young quarterback that just first got to college. He was the guy when I needed to know something, I could ask him. If it was a little footwork on a play, if it was how early should I leave to get to class, little things like that where he didn't have to do any of that. We're essentially, when I come into, and we all play the same position, we're essentially competing against each other every day. So he didn't have to spend extra time with me with the playbook. He didn't have to do anything like that because, we're competitors, but that's just the type of guy Will was. And Will still is to this day. He's a super nice guy, great human being, and a great football player as well. And that's why he ended up winning a national championship, because he does things the right way and treats people the right way. So it wasn't hard for him to go out and showcase to the world his talent.
What do you think the hardest part has been since arriving on campus at K-State?
Definitely sitting that first year and just being so ready and just so confident in yourself, feeling that you're so capable, and just want to go out and play and be like, even when I did play, it was majority run plays, and I just felt like I was in a box and was just ready to be let out of it and show the whole world what I could do. But sometimes you just got to be patient, and that's what I've had to learn. And even last year, it was just like there's so much I wanted to do and so much I wanted to show that I could do. But some things just take time. So I'm learning that just being patient and staying confident and trusting the work, trusting my teammates, trusting everybody around me. And I know that it'll show in due time.
Did your dad still ask you the best quarterback?
Yeah.
How have you learned to persevere through putting that level of expectation on yourself while also not having it all come right away?
Yeah, I think you just got to be hard on yourself, but not too hard. Whenever you do have many victories, you have to celebrate them. You can't let them blind you. And our coach Wells says all the time, like, if you're driving, your windshield is a lot bigger than your rearview mirror. Like, everything in the rearview mirror still matters. Everything behind you still matters. But if you look at your rearview mirror too long, then it's going to mess up everything that is going to come. So you can't be too hard on yourself, and to where it lets it, you let it affect your mind. But you can't be not hard on yourself and not push yourself to really be the greatest.